Hey everybody, yeah, I'm out in front of the camera this time. Got tired of hiding behind it. Just like that, it's 6 weeks out from departure time. I don't know about anybody else, but right now the emotions are running real high. The last minute planning, I'm overthinking everything, I think, but I think that's just part of the experience. I'm not going to think that it's a bad part. It's just a good part of the experience. Today I wanted to get together with you about some of my gear. This is going to be basically my clothing gear. It's going to be a very short video. It's not going to be real long. I don't want to make them long on anybody, but I just wanted to get out there and let everybody know what was going on, and I do want to hype a few of the people that I'm working with on this. So, starting out with my base layers, I'm working with a group called Arm of the Andes. Really nice product, very soft, very warm. I've been wearing these around here during my testing in the local area, and then random moments when I think I wanted to go out and just literally walk outside with my base layer and my pants and shirt on just to see what it's like in the weather. We've had a lot of warm weather around here recently. We're right down below freezing now, so it's really nice. Testing is going well with it, but we were in the 50s for the last 2 weeks. Our ski mountain is a liquid mess right now. My favorite training grounds is an area where if I were to tread on it now, it would probably do damage, so I'm not going to do that. And they're also facing up to the 50-degree weather, so even the snowmaking's a little tough. But I got these, like I said, I found Arm of Andes on the internet. They're in Peru. They're a small company, very much like what, for the coffee drinkers that know what I'm talking about, Green Mountain. They brought the Colombian bean growers who were kind of getting caught behind the middleman and losing a lot of their profits. Green Mountain brought them to market without the middleman, and I believe somebody's doing the same thing for these people because they're outstanding, and their honesty is absolutely absurd. My order went sideways originally because they had things that were not in stock that they were getting ready to make. They did have a problem with production. They had a machine problem. They literally told me the very truth. They wrote me an email, extended email, offered me a full refund if I wasn't happy with the fact that my product wasn't there yet. And I said, no, I'm still 8 weeks out. Please, by all means, get your machines back up and running. And they did. And my product is here right now. The only thing I'm waiting on is my boxers, and I just sent them an email on that. Very forthcoming. Their North American contact that I'm working with is Amber, and she's very good. I would highly recommend them. They're a company that's just coming out and just growing, so they do have a few small problems. But for those of us that are willing to work with the smaller companies and want to help someone up and do that altruistic thing for the rest of the world, I recommend them highly. My socks, my choice there was merino wool, and it's the Darn Toughs. I've been wearing these for, well, I think it was probably one of the first items I bought when I started buying 2 years ago when I decided to make this venture. And the Darn Toughs have been really amazing. 2 years, 2 pairs, I haven't worn through them yet. And I did notice something that, they've got a lifetime warranty on them. I did notice someone post last year, and I believe it was either Willie or one of those guys from Typical's crew, that they literally wore their socks out in the middle of the trip last year through the damage that they were obtaining getting on the trail, and they literally washed them and took them into one of the outfitters, and one of the outfitters shops swapped them out for a brand new pair. I guess their warranty is really amazing. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, so that's going to be the pair. And yes, there's only one pair going with me. These will be my choice for during the daytime. My choice at night is to have my feet open. We all need to take care of our feet on the trail. We all know that. So a good wash down after you've gotten into camp and had your meal, and you're sitting down to relax with anybody else that's there with you, or whether you're just there alone and you're just with your thoughts. And camp shoes, which I'll be carrying Crocs. They're not here right now. I'm still waiting on them coming in. But my choice for at night, where most people are going with socks, is these little booties. These things are very, very soft and light, very, very flexible. They do have a little drawstring on them if you want to pull them down. I got these through Garage Grown Gear, the supplier on there, and I forget their name right now, but it's on there. But I recommend Garage Grown Gear for a lot of my supplies. Other than my big 3 and some clothing, I've gotten a lot of things off there, especially like the attachments through Chicken Tamper. They go through Garage Grown, and a lot of my other little stuff, all from Garage Grown Gear. I recommend them highly. I was told about them when I first started this 2 years ago, and I had no idea what's Garage Grown. I thought, you know, what's this homemade stuff? And it's not. It's just people bringing product to market that they haven't made it really big yet, but they're out there and they have very viable products. So that'll get me through that part of it. For those of you who saw some of my earlier videos, you're familiar with my Alteryx rain gear. This is the Alteryx Cerium. This is triple layer Gore-Tex. I'm uber pleased with this. I've worn this in pouring rain. I've worn it in very cold weather. I've worn this with just my base layer tops and my outfitters pants and bottoms, and in 20-degree weather. And I might as well have been home comfortable in my own bed. I'm really pleased with it. If anything, you could probably get hotter than you expect in these things, because triple layer Gore-Tex, it does have the venting. There's a lot there to get the air out and get the air in and allow circulation, but it's still quite warm. I was impressed, to say the least. My choice on my pants, I was a little disappointed in them because I was having the same problem with these rain pants as I had with my rain pants in Africa when I was climbing Kilimanjaro, and that's excuse me, that's this lightweight, ultra lightweight gear is all very smooth and slippery, and when you put something on over top of something that's already slippery and these start sliding down, that's a good way of ruining your hike, because I did have that problem in Africa. Around town when I got back, I was wearing suspenders to hold rain pants up or hold my Burton ski pants up, because they were also slippery. But I discovered that with these belts that are on these things that come with them, or the drawstring that's on them that comes with it, it works well with the belt that's on my outfitter pants. And I can just tie the knot, and I suddenly, just by tying a simple knot, solve my whole problem with slippery against slippery. So I am going to stay with the REI. They're really good. They're what they call 2.5, which is basically water resistant material with a spray over top of it, which is easy to handle. And most people, they're not worried too much about it. They got the skirts, they got the pants. I've seen a lot of guys on trail in the pouring rain from last year's videos, and a couple of the girls, they got a rain top on but no rain bottoms on. It's just, hey, guess what? Your lower body gets wet, it gets cold. It's not as bad as an upper body getting wet and cold. So I am staying with them, okay? Getting on to other things, my hat of choice, which will be on me most of the time, is from Outdoor Research. This thing is again very light. It's ventilated, as you can tell, but the big thing is that it's adjustable. I can wear this with either my mock, okay, over top of my head. I can wear this with my knit skull cap overhead if I want, or I can just wear it plain, and it's really adjustable. But one of the big things that I'm planning on is that it's got a very flexible bill, but my rain hoodie, my mid-weight hoodie, my net, my insect net for when I get farther north, this bill will keep it all off my face, and it'll also protect my glasses, because, you know, us hikers that wear glasses, we know what the problem is with rain getting on them, not being able to see the trail right, fogging up and everything else like that. And then also the net, you don't want that on your face while you're walking in the northern areas. And again, the net and smaller gear like that are not in this. Those will be purchased on the trail. Once I get farther north, I see no reason to carry them, even though they're lightweight. It's just another ounce on the back. So those kinds of things will be purchased on the trail, or if I need to, I'll have my wife, who's running all my logistics for me, who's going to be at home, I'll have her get one and get it out to me at one of the hostels or one of the post offices along the way. If anybody looks at the ATC guide handbook, they have a complete list of all the post office and all the hostel areas that will hold packages for you, and the proper mailing methods and labeling methods. I recommend that book highly. For my arms, while I'm out on the trip, for warmth and then later for sunshine, I'm wearing the sleeves, the sun sleeves, that have become very popular around homes and around pools and around outdoor activities, especially with the runners, long distance runners who are out doing the ultra marathons and they're out in the sun in the Midwest and the Southwest. For that, you know, you want to protect your skin as much as you can. It's kind of tough out there, and anybody that's already been through any type of sun tanning problems or sun ray problems and have delicate skin in regards to that matter, that's a good handle for that. To go along with my rain gear, I did get some of the REI Co-op Gore-Tex rain mittens. They're super light. There's not a lot of heat protection in these, but they are dry. In the colder weather, I would probably wear my sun gloves, which are up here. I would probably wear my sun gloves with them. And again, these are just the fingerless gloves. The best way for you to see these things in action is check out Hiking with the Codgers, and No Filter is wearing these constantly, and he's about my same age and has the same sun issues that I have. So he's wearing these all the time. They do come with nice rubber grips in the center, so you do have a lot of connection with them, and they tie well with the sun sleeves. For my colder weather, I did stop at the REI store. I didn't go with the REI brand. I went with the Windstopper brand. This is Outdoor Research Windstopper. It's not the Windstopper brand, I should say. It's Outdoor Research brand. The Windstopper gloves. Gore-Tex on the outside, leather palms. They'll keep you warm. I've already worn these out in, like I say, 20-degree weather on some of my local hikes, hiking back and forth to my favorite coffee shops and my favorite places to go meet my guys that I hang out with. That about wraps it up for gear. I did want to let you know that I did add 2 things in since my gear video, since my original Big 3 video. I did buy a seating pad. This thing is so light, I'm not even sure it qualifies out into the grams section. If it's grams, it's maybe a gram or 2 at most. The big buy that I got that I'm really happy I did, and again, I wasn't going to go with any Luxo items. Well, after sleeping outside several nights with my gear, after being out on the trails several nights with my gear and my pillow sliding out from underneath my head, I did decide to go with Pillow Strap. Pillow Strap is the name of the company that makes these things. Again, you can get them through Garage Grown, or you can go to pillowstrap.com and see them there. Most of you probably know what this is, but for some of you that don't know, this is a sack with a strap on it, and you can put a pillow in there, an air inflatable pillow, or you can stick your puffy or any clothing gear you've got to make a pillow for yourself, and then it straps around your air mattress. This is meant to fit several different sizes. As you can see, it's quite flexible, and it's got an adjustment buckle on it right here. You can adjust it down. I love this thing. I got a good night's sleep first time using it. Not like when I was trying to keep my pillow up underneath my head every hour, or when it slid off and I just decided not to try and retrieve it because I was too tired and I wanted to go back to sleep. That is something that I've added to my gear, those 2 pieces. Other than that, I think that's about it for my gear. I don't think I'm going to do anything about my cook stove. Most of you know what Nemo is. You know, the Flash Nemo. The valve on that allows you to simmer. Most of the cook stoves out there, they're either on or they're off. The Nemo allows you to turn the valve down. It's a proprietary gear and design that they've got that allows you to leave your food on simmer. And for those of you that want to cook something a little bit longer, for those of you that just want to keep your food warm, whatever, that's what I'm using. Now, one other thing is my transportation, and I did want to talk about it real quick because there's a couple of different methods out there, and I'm sure that probably most of you know this, but for the people that haven't looked at that part of their logistics yet, there is a trail service. There are a couple of trail services down in Atlanta that will take you out to Amicalola Falls Visitor Center. Not that he's paying me for this or anything. I only just happen to know that there's a guy named Ron out there who runs White Blaze Trail Service. You can look him up. Just do White Blaze Trail Service, Georgia, and you'll find him. He has that famous, I believe, the white Bronco or the white Blazer, whatever it is. And it's covered with all of the tags and everything for the trail. You'll know exactly who he is. And he does offer service from the airport, or I believe he does offer service from the end of the MART train in Gainesville. I've not chosen that method, although there's nothing wrong with it. The only reason I'm choosing the other way is so that I can get some sleep in between. I'm going to be flying down from 6 o'clock in the morning. I am going to grab an Uber, and that way he can stop. We're going to stop along the expressway on the way out to the Amicalola Falls Visitor Center, the new one, by the way, which is stunning. I did see some photos on it. We can stop at the REI store that's on the expressway on the way there. I can pick up my last item, which is a fuel canister, which anybody who's flying in or taking that type of transportation and knows we can't carry it on the plane. So I will be picking it up there. I did talk to, I believe his name was Ken, at the visitor center. The visitor center number is very available. I don't have it offhand. I would give it to you. Maybe I'll post it. You know what? I'll post it down below in the video, and you can call them. They were stocking fuel last year when I spoke to the gentleman. This year it was not in yet, but they were still in the process of finishing up the building. They had a lot of work in it. It's stunning. It's got like a small, like, I don't want to call it a zoo section, but there are a lot of things. There's turtles and snakes and everything that are indigenous to the local area, which I thought was really pretty. It's a stunning place, but you can get your fuel there also if it's in stock. But I'm taking Uber up to there. It's about an hour and a half drive, and it's no more costly than any of the trail services. The only reason I'm going with that is so I can shut my eyes and get some sleep. I don't want to do that to the people that are doing it for for the sake of getting you there. They probably want to have a conversation with us, and I'm just going to get some rest. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being there. It's about 6 weeks out. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on the trail and talking with all of you. There's several of the people that are in my subscribers that we have been talking off the side a little bit about, okay, you're going to be a couple of days this way or that way, or you're going to be a week this way or that way. Hey, let's find, let's find a stop at a hostel or at any one of the shelters, or possibly, which would be a lot of fun, was Fresh Ground's stop. For those of you who don't know who Fresh Ground is, please look him up. If you've been following the Appalachian Trail for any amount of time, everybody knows him, knows who Fresh Ground is. He's a legend out there. But I'm looking forward to meeting up with a bunch of you that have been talking with me, that have been sharing emails with me. For those of you that are on my subscriber list, that you're subscribed to my channel, thank you. But some of you don't have any place for me to write back to you. Some of you just log in and follow and don't write to me, so I have no way of communicating back with you. I just want to say hi, and I'm looking forward to, if you log in, I'm going to be talking with everybody. Maybe we'll do a live podcast while I'm out there. I'm seriously looking at that. I think it would be a lot of fun, as long as I can find a place with service, get to one of the mountaintops, and maybe we'll talk. But in the meantime, yeah, nerves are setting in, last minute planning, looking at everything, checking it twice, but that's where I'm at now. I'm super psyched about going on this journey, and I'm super psyched about a lot of you following along and talking with me. Shout out to Pat and Willie and Casey out there from last year's class of 2023. I'm really looking forward to talking with you guys this year. But anyways, it's that time. I want to close this out. Don't want it to be too long. From my home and from my family to all of yours, Happy New Year. I hope I get the chance to talk with you and communicate with you out on the trail. Take it easy.